So your things have a soul. What is the relationship between your things and yourself? Like, are they your children?
I won't say my children, but I do see them as a self, like a entity. Like I make them, but they have their own life. Because I just put materials together, and the materials also had a life before me.
And you also like to use natural-ish materials and materials that decay and change over time, right?
Yeah.
So you can actually observe their life
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. But I thought a lot about Zeitlichkeit, like the time of the object.
Yeah,
every
lifespan
or material, and every material has their own lifespan.
I'm your host, Freddy Lancha.
And I'm Lukas Maxai.
Welcome. We're doing the third episode of a series in. It was artists in Berlin, but now we're in Dresden. And my first question is, are you an artist?
Am I an artist? I don't know. Basically, that's the question you do not ask an artist. Are they artists?
And why is that?
I don't know. It's like a very difficult question, I think, because are we artists? Are you an artist?
Yeah, this is a good Frage. That's a good question.
Boys said we are all artists.
Who said that?
Boys.
Boys, okay.
Yeah, but that's basically the basic answer.
Yeah, what do you think?
What do I think? If I'm an artist, or I don't know. Really don't know.
Do you want to be an artist?
I always wanted to be, yeah, but it's a hard definition. What is an artist? Like producing things. Is this art? Like Duchamp said that everything is art.
Yeah, so what would be the difference, like, if you think about two life paths for yourself, one where you are an artist and one where you're not, what's the difference?
Well, I can't imagine one where I'm not an artist.
Nice. That's cool. Does that make you feel good?
Sometimes not, because sometimes it is hopeless, but sometimes it is full with hope.
Why is it hopeless if you will be an artist no matter what?
Well, not to be an artist would be hopeless, because ich wüsste nicht, was ich sonst tun würde. I wouldn't know what I should do different.
Okay, so there's a possibility that you're not an artist, but you really don't want that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always wanted to be an artist.
Yeah.
So basically, that's the answer for the first question. I'm an artist.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I think so. What does it mean to be anything, I guess?
Yeah.
What will change when you leave art school?
Hopefully not that much. Hopefully I can do my stuff I always do.
Yeah.
Like go in the studio or thinking about making things and how to make things and how to not make things.
Yeah. Will you try to? Do you have an idea of like what kind of artist you will be? You will make things like these and try to sell them, or?
Yeah, that's basically the commercial or the commercial part. Like the best thing would be that I could sell them and like have my freedom after it to do whatever I want to do. But now it's more like, how can I do something? How do I say it in English? Yeah, it would be the best part if I could sell them, but it's not the important part about it, I think.
Yeah. But what happens if you can't sell them? Then you look for another way to make money from them, or you have to make money outside of your art?
There is no opinion not to make money.
There's no option.
There's no option, yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, would you change what you do a little bit to account for what will sell or what will?
No, I hope that what I make is interesting enough to sell.
Yeah.
But if not, it's also okay, you know.
Yeah.
I do not want to change myself or my thinking because of it's sellable.
Yeah.
Because then the soul will be gone.
Yeah.
From these things.
Yeah. So your things have a soul. What is the relationship between your things and yourself? Like, are they your children?
I won't say my children, but I do see them as a self, like a entity. Like I make them, but they have their own life. Because I just put materials together, and the materials also had a life before me.
And you also like to use natural-ish materials and materials that decay and change over time, right?
Yeah.
So you can actually observe their life
a
little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. But I thought a lot about Zeitlichkeit, like the time of the object.
Yeah,
every lifespan or material. And every material has their own lifespan.
Yeah,
lifespan. And some are more have a shorter lifespan, and some have a longer lifespan, like concrete, for example.
Yeah. Why do you gravitate towards using
natural?
Yeah.
I think it's because of material. It's not about natural.
Yeah.
Natur. Because it's I have, like, I can go outside and grab them, like they're nearby me, and I think that's why I use natural material. And it's like it's erreichbar, it's reachable. I don't need to bestellen, like search for materials or to buy them online, and they will get shipped here, and they have a longer way.
And that's also why you use concrete. It's not natural, but it's erreichbar. It's reachable.
Yeah, it's somehow it is natural. It's but an unnatural stone. Like the parts of concrete are natural.
Yeah, somehow the leftover, like the garbage and the leftovers from buildings, like concrete, they become natural. Like they're the environment we were born in.
Yeah, it's our environment. It's our nature nowadays, because probably the most buildings are made out of concrete.
Is there some story you want to tell or message you want to express through your art? Maybe one big message, or sometimes one piece of art has one message, or
they have their own messages, like every piece. But I don't know yet what I want to what message I want to get there outside. I think it will come from itself.
Okay.
Like from my art or my aesthetic that will go through it.
So maybe every person will get a different message from it?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I have my own things I want to work about. No, not work about. To Themen, die mich beschäftigen. Like I want to work on some themes. Does it make sense?
I think so, yeah. Like, for example, what's a theme?
Like this mattress, it's the theme is graveyards. There is a graveyard from the 18th century here in Dresden. It's like capsulated from the outside, like the yeah, it's close in the 18th century, and nothing happened there. It's decaying itself, and things will grow over the graves. And I collected the leaves there and pressed the matrates, because I like the idea that every person that lives that is lying there is going to create some new life. The material, the human material will decay and will go into the earth, and out of the earth will come new lives. And the leaves are a part of like dying, because the spring is dying from the falling leaves.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a mattress, because the sleep is the little death.
Little death. Yeah. And recovery.
Yeah.
Cycle.
Yeah.
Change.
Gaining energy and recovery.
Wow. Do you ever think about like the history of Dresden and how a lot of it was destroyed and how that plays into?
Not into my art.
No.
Because I think it's not about Dresden. It's about the play, or it's about the place where I'm in. Because yeah, it's not about Dresden.
Okay.
But I think about how Dresden changed, because it changed a lot. It's not that this Dresden now is a different Dresden from the Dresden before the war. Like this, it changed souls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe going back to, you said that you don't want anything to change when you go into, like, when you go outside of university. But I think that Julian was saying that you want to start to make art as a non-student sooner.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because, well, I think it's as I said before, it's like a bird nest here. You're very like also capsulated from the real art world, if you want to say it, or the real outside. Yeah, and I want to have the experience how it is outside, like how to play with all these things that's going up outside.
Because you also don't want to play into it too much, right? Because you don't want to be pulled by the economy to change your art.
Yeah.
So what would be the positives that come out of it? If that makes sense. Out of going into the real world, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, to have a Sichtbarkeit, a platform where I can talk about what bewegt mich, what moves me to make art, or what my art is about.
And you can't do that from here?
Well, I can, but I think it's more concentrated when I'm not always with other artists, because here there are like 15 artists in one studio and everybody is making something different, and I had this for 4 years now, and I want to change that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you explain that more? Why would you not want to be around 15 artists?
Well, it is good. It has some valuable discussions and things with it, to be around like creative people. But everybody have their own opinion, and everybody is making so different things that sometimes you don't like get on the same path on everything. And I'm a person, I'm very like get a lot of distraction from other thinkings, and I think it's more for me it's more important to like have a focus or focused environment where I can just.
You want to surround yourself with people who are thinking like you, or you want to be more alone and
more alone, like more focused on my
understand
things.
Yeah. But you could still potentially call a group of artists
Yeah.
a certain type of bubble,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because even if you all have your different types of art, you all have a similar general goal, or
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There are some, yeah, but what's interesting in Dresden is that there are not so many that want to go outside with their art. They're just doing art or studying art because they don't know what to do else, or maybe want to find themselves. It's also very important in art, like to find yourself or from art.
Yeah.
Can you say that? Durch art.
Yeah.
Through the art.
Through art.
Through art.
Yeah, I would say through art.
And that's like my professor would say it's a successful art study if you say after studying art, I don't want to be an artist. Like it's the most important thing about studying art, I think.
To sort of find yourself through it and then say, now I know what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though if you don't want to make art anymore.
Yeah. That's I guess some people are scared that maybe there's so many people who study arts and not so many artists. I don't know if that's true. Like a lot of people competing for the same kind of job. But that's kind of nice, right? That knowing that maybe not everyone who studies art actually wants to do that, or
yeah, but it's also difficult, because for example, I think in Berlin or Düsseldorf it's different studying art, because it's very important, like how you show yourself in the art world. Is it sellable, is it not sellable? And here it's more about like finding yourself, finding your art, your language in art, and not about is it sellable. That's super in Dresden.
Yeah, you like that.
Yeah, but it's, as I said, also difficult to go outside, because here is not that a big of a art scene. But you can make it. Like you can make an art scene. You can just go outside.
Yeah. You have an idea of what's next for you?
Well, yeah, hopefully show my art in different cities, and maybe get to discuss my art in some other places, some other context, and like my own studio with my girlfriend.
Yeah, cool.
I do a lot think about food, or how strange it is that we meet at some place and collectively eat something to gain energy for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
How strange it is, isn't it?
Could be, yeah.
From a third perspective, it's like those things they're going at 12 o'clock to a mensa and they eat together and then they go their separate ways.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a basic thing to eat, but
yeah.
I thought about this.
Yeah, tell me more. what? Because, like, for instance, if all of our phones, they went to go charge together,
that would be strange.
That would be strange. It's kind of like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Or the leaves, if they wanted to go and drink water and fuel themselves together, it would be strange. Yeah. But that's more.
But the thing is, we eat together.
Yeah.
But we don't drink together. Or sometimes, when you go outside and drink some beers. Yeah. But you don't drink water together.
No.
Don't meet at one place and drink water.
Yeah. You're gonna make some art about that?
I think my art is about that, because the when you eat something, your body dissolves the the food and will gain energy from it, but you will like shit it out.
Yeah.
That's like the transfer of material,
Yeah.
biological material. I think.
Do you think there's something there that people aren't saying that like needs to be said? Like something on this topic that you're like, nobody notices this, and this is important that we should be talking about. Like for instance, I mean, like if I was to be an artist, I'm not an artist, but I studied philosophy, and my first instinct would be to like write something philosophical.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to say something that maybe I think nobody's saying. Is that your goal when you're like making art about that makes a statement about the circle of life and how we energize, like to say something new? Or
I don't. Well, I wouldn't say new, because I don't think that anything is new.
yeah,
It's different. It's anders gesagt. Like you everything is said, but it's said different.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
No, I know what you mean.
But maybe my thinking is about giving hints, like to think about this.
Like reminders,
Mm-hmm.
things that we've already maybe thought about but we don't think about.
Yeah. Not like I don't want to have a like this is the reality, you know. Don't want to say that. Or this is yeah.
Are these like important things to think about?
About food.
Yeah.
Well, it's we need to eat. What is important, you know? I don't know what's important. For me, it's important because it's interesting for me.
Yeah. Like I don't know the purpose of this podcast, but it's interesting for me.
But it is interesting.
Yeah.
So maybe that's important.
Yeah.
That it need to be interesting.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what, but it need to be interesting
Yeah.
for you, not for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's weird to eat? Like why is that something you think about?
When I left my mother's house, when I moved to Dresden, it was the first time when I realized that every day I need to look where can I eat, because then for the first time I started to realize that my body needs to eat, that my body it makes like hints that I need to eat because something isn't right. It need energy. And no, it's strange,
Yeah.
isn't it? Isn't it strange? I think maybe some other would say it's basic. Yeah, we eat, but like we get energy from like things that had grown from earth. You can.
Yeah, I mean, there's a million other ways it could be.
Yeah.
Once you learn it, you say, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But if something else was true, we would say, okay, that makes sense. Like when I'm learning German, there's a lot of things that like today I learned the word for swing, which is like a schaukel.
Sure.
And you're like, okay, like that kind of means like the looky or something. It's like something where you look.
Ah, yeah, like schauen.
Yeah.
Schau is schau dorthin means look,
Yeah.
look there.
And you're like, okay, I guess when you're on a swing, you look, and when you're on a swing, people look at you. So there's a little bit of looking going on, but like you couldn't derive that. You know?
It's way different.
But
Like
there's
schauen.
lots of like words like that where you think like, okay, that makes sense, but
Schau.
it doesn't really make sense or
No.
whatever. It's kind of like eating, I guess. Like it could be a different system in place. Like some animals don't eat, for instance. Some animals like just drink water. Or
Do they?
I think so. Like, well, like let's just take plants, for instance. Plants don't eat. Plants drink the sun or whatever. Yeah.
But they get their nutrients or
Yeah. Another way.
their energy from Earth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that's oh yeah, it's also like eating.
It's like eating, but it's not like exactly the same.
Oh.
And yeah, of course we need energy, but if we weren't alive, we wouldn't need energy, so we don't really need energy, if that makes sense. Like like there's a world where nobody eats, and that's a world where everyone's dead, and that's also plausible.
Yeah. But like a tree isn't dead.
No, true.
So
Yeah, or a
maybe
world where,
we would be alive in a different way.
yeah, maybe rocks are alive, they just don't need anything to live. And they don't do anything.
Yeah. But that's a big question. What is alive, what is not?
Yeah. Cool. That was nice.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the interview.
Oh, thank you so much.
It was my first podcast.
Wow. Very cool. Yeah, the third episode in this series of now German artists, whatever that means. Maybe the next person I will interview will be someone who's never made art before, but they're also an artist.
Yeah. Maybe you can interview a leaf.
A leaf.
Or a tree.
Yeah. They're the star of your art. They're like a Schauspieler, an actor.
For this object, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like actors.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, thanks for listening.